I'm Kristy Jackson, the creator of the She Can Summit, and I'm really excited to bring to you the first ever She Can Pray video series. So myself, along with my She Can Tribe sisters, we're going to be bringing you daily scripture and daily prayer that we want you to access anytime you need it. There are uncertain times, and you know what? Sometimes you just need to get quiet with God, remind yourself of the word, and to just hear a prayer of encouragement to build your faith. So we're bringing you 7 days of She Can Pray. God met me more than halfway. He freed me from my anxious fears. Psalm 34:4.
It's easy to get overwhelmed with all of the situations and decisions that you may have to face in a single day. But God has the power to give us peace. Trust in Him to calm your fears and remove any anxieties that you have today.
Hi, you all. My name is Kiana Daniels. I go by Key, and I was a speaker for She Can 2019 conference last year. And I am a part of this 7 days of prayer challenge as we navigate the COVID-19 pandemic that is sweeping across the globe. So I wanted to offer up a prayer for everyone. And I am going to be praying on behalf of everyone. And I hope that it speaks to your hearts, and I hope that it provides some solace and some peace and some comfort as we navigate these very difficult and trying times. But I will say this as a disclaimer that, even though these are difficult times, that is probably like the first in our time on earth. Not that it's new, because it is literally history repeating itself. I think there are some positives to be found during this time of rest and of, being slowed down and being with family and trying to build better connections. So I have invited God into my prayer so He can speak through me, and that I can be less of myself and more of Him as I, say this prayer. But Lord, I just come to you on behalf of everyone, asking that you first, provide us with some peace during this time, that you fill us with comfort and trust, knowing that you will not forsake us, whether we are believers or not. I think during this time, it is really a time for us to be still and to draw nearer to Him and to connect with Him, into the Word, into what has occurred in life so far. It's a time for us to reflect, and it is a time for us to just really silence everything outside of God. To be quite honest, this is my opinion. I think that we are all here on this earth for a purpose and for a reason. And, the typical hustle and bustle of life keeps us from really taking the time that we have now to tap into what our purpose is on this earth and what our contribution is going to be. And so there's a lot of people who are out here living not walking in their purpose and what God called them to do and why they were placed on this earth. So I think that is a part of the positives that I was speaking to during this time. And so I just want to, come and say that first and foremost. But Lord, I just ask that you come in and you provide us with peace and solace and comfort during this time. I ask that you help us to clear our minds and our thoughts so that we can invite you into our hearts, into our minds, into our words, into our actions, Lord. Make us less of ourselves and more of you. Help us to create that space for you, Lord. Help us to understand what is happening in this time. Everything seems so uncertain, but one thing that we know for sure is that you will never forsake us and that the victory is already ours.
Each day you'll be challenged to reflect on the scripture and the prayer that you've heard a little deeper. Now it's your time to pray.